Hey guys, welcome to Math Failure channel. In this video, I'm going to show you how to solve this type of questions. Let's begin the solution. The question says, if 6 minus x in bracket all raised to the power of x squared plus 7x plus 12 is equal to 1, then what are the values of x? Okay. Now here's how to solve this question. We have different cases and I will show you all of them. This question here, we can look at it as in the form of, let me say, maybe a raised to the power of b is equal to 1, right? Because the question is kind of intimidating, isn't it? The terms, I mean. But in the simplest form, it can be in this formula, right? Where a is just 6 minus x, and b is this term over here, and then 1 is just 1, okay? Well, how do we go by this? We are going to consider 3 different cases, okay? So let's say case 1. The first case, okay? The first case is where we assume that this term over here, 6 minus x, is equal to 1, okay? We assume that a is equal to 1. A equal to 1. Alright? And the a is just this term here, 6 minus x. Then why do we say this? I mean, think about it, okay? If you have a, or maybe this term as 1, okay? Then no matter what you raise 1 to, like 1 raised to the power of, if you want trillions, whatever you write here, 1 raised to the power of whatever number you write, the answer is going to be 1, isn't it? So meaning if you assume that this term here is equal to 1, that is definitely true. Because 1 raised to the power of anything is just 1. Of course, except, how will I call it, infinity, that is something different. But apart from that, I mean, real numbers, 1 raised to the power of any real number, it is 1. So therefore, case 1, we can say 6 minus x is equal to 1, and that is going to be true for every value of, how will I call it, x. Okay? So we say 6 minus x is equal to 1. Well, from here, solving for x is just equal to, we bring x here, and then if you bring 1 at this side, 1 will be negative 1. 6 minus 1 is just 5. So from here, we get our x as 5. Okay? This is our first value of x. Let's move to case 2. Case 2. Well, let's look at this question. Apart from saying, okay, let the base be, that is 6 minus x be 1, what other thing can we assume here and then the answer will be correct for every value of x? Well, as we know, any number raised to the power of 0 is 1, isn't it? Therefore, we can go ahead and say, okay, this term here is equal to 0. Instead of this term, if we put a 0 there, will this equation be true? Of course, it will be true, right? Because if we equate this term to 0, we said all this term is equal to 0, then 6 minus x raised to the power of 0 is just 1, which is also true. So in our case 2, we are saying b is equal to 0. Okay, this b here, whereby b is equal to this quadratic equation or expression, rather. Let's go ahead and solve that. Now we are saying x squared plus 7x plus 12 is equal to 0. Well, for those of you who don't know how to maybe factorize this, I'm just going to explain it briefly, but I hope everyone can factorize this quadratic equation. You just have to split 7 into 3x and then 4x, okay? That is two numbers that you multiply together to give you 12. That is 3 times 4 is 12. And if you add them together, 3 plus 4 will give you 7. I'm just going ahead and just, how will I call it? Factorize it directly. So if we factorize this, we will get x plus 3, okay? Multiply by x plus 4 is equal to 0. Well, from here, x is either equal to minus 3, okay, negative 3, or x is equal to negative 4. And these answers are correct. We don't even have to test them or verify if they are correct, because we know if we raise this power to 0, obviously the result is going to be 1, okay? When you put this as 0, the result is going to be 1. So these answers are correct. There's no need for verification. The same thing applies to case 1, because 1 raised to any power is just 1. So if we say let this be 1, therefore that value is obviously correct, okay? Well, in case 3, we have to verify our answer, okay? I will show you why. Because in case 3 is not always going to be true. Let's say case 3 here. Case 3. Well, in case 3, we are going to assume that, okay? We are going to assume that this expression here, 6 minus x, which is the same as a. Remember, in the case 1, we said let it be equal to 1. Now, we are assuming that it is equal to negative 1. A is equal to negative 1. Well, is this always true, that if a is equal to negative 1, then this answer will be equal to 1? Well, it's not always true. We have to verify our answer at the n, okay? And this is why it's not always true. Now let's look at this. If I replace this by negative 1 here, negative 1 raised to some power, okay? Now, it depends on this power here. If the number we raise this term to is an even number, well, the answer will come out as true, okay? That is 1. But if this thing here is an odd number, obviously that is going to be a negative 1, which is not equal to positive 1. Then we cannot take that answer. It is wrong, okay? So let's go ahead first and solve and see. Well, if we say 6 minus x is equal to negative 1, solving for x gives positive 7, that is positive 7. That is just bringing negative 1 here, it will plus 1, 6 plus 1 is just 7, and then x to the right hand side, okay? 7. Well, is this 7 always true? We cannot say anything, we have to verify. If we verify and there is no problem, okay. Otherwise, we cannot take it. So we have to verify. Let me write here, verify. Okay, verify. Now, how do we verify? Well, we are going to use this answer here and substitute it into this power here or exponent here and see. If the result is 0 or an even number, then it's true, because 0 or an even number will be a correct answer, because when you have negative 1, if you raise it to 0 or any even number, the answer is going to be 1. So this is going to be correct. But if the answer comes out as an odd number, then we have to eliminate 7. It cannot be an answer, okay? Now, for the sake of that, I'm going to use my calculator for that. Let me write down instead of x squared, it's going to be 7 squared, because we are substituting. Then 7 into 7 plus 12. Let's see how much is this. 7 squared plus 7 times 7 plus 12. Well, this is equal to 110. Okay, 110 is an even number, okay? So because it is an even number, negative 1 raised to the power of 110 is just positive 1. which is equal to 1. So therefore, this value here is also correct. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, and this one 4. So we have 4 solutions. So therefore, the possible values of x are, you can say x is equal to, let's put the solutions in a set. Let's say -4, -3, then we say 5, then 7. Okay, this is the set of solutions to this particular equation or problem. So whenever you see this type of questions, this is the approach you should use. There are always 3 cases. It's either the base is equal to 1 or -1. Okay, the first case is equal to 1. The second case is that the power is equal to 0. And then the third case is that the base, which is a, is equal to -1. Okay, and always remember, your first case and your second case will always give you the correct answer, but the third case depends on the question. At times the third case will not be an answer, it will not be a solution. Okay, if we happen to get maybe something like 111 after substituting 7, that is an odd number, then we have to eliminate 7. It wouldn't be an answer. Okay, so just be careful of that, because some people forget to verify case 3. Now that being said, this is all for this video. Please, if you like this video, consider subscribing to my channel, like and comment. That is the best way to support me. And thank you for watching this video.